You need to tell me why we are still wasting our time not only looking at the 3D, but talking about living in the end. How am I supposed to play pretend if I want to be this or that and I have to go to the office every day? You guys, I already made a video about this, but in today, quick video, hopefully, we're gonna break it down and hopefully it's gonna stick into your head because it's all about what is happening in here and not what is happening outside of you. And it has to do with like, sometimes I feel, and I will make a different video about this, but like your spirit is broken. Do you know the term like he's got his spirit broken? And you see like a person that just doesn't have anymore the willingness to live because their spirit got broken. What does it actually mean to have spirit broken? All and more in today's video. But yeah, let's talk about living in the end, what exactly it means and what you're supposed to do. Hello everyone, my name is Nia, and on this channel I talk everything about the law of assumption, manifestation, esotericism when I can, so much more. On Patreon I do make actually extra weekly videos. The link is down below. And yeah, let's get started. Remember to subscribe because I also go live, and if you hit the rainbow button, you always get notified about when I'm live, which is quite fun because you can ask me questions directly. I don't know why my camera is acting funny. I apologize for that. I will try to stay still. So, guys, here is the thing. Your imagination is stronger than anything else. Your subconscious mind, your human imagination, as Neville will put it, is where your spirit is. When you have your spirit broken, it's because something in the 3D made something even traumatic has happened where you feel powerless. You feel that this is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no action even that you can take. You're so depressed. Life is going miserably and your entire spirit is broken. Why we say our entire spirit is broken? Because when we are in that depressive state, it is even hard to imagine an alternative. And if we cannot see something in our imagination, we cannot make it happen. Whether it is even hard work, we cannot make it happen. Because if we cannot think about it, if we cannot see ourselves in that shoe, in that role, we cannot, in whatever shape or form, make it happen. So you guys, you have to understand that your power lies in your spirit. When you see successful people, when you see people, even artists on stage, they look possessed, but not in a bad way. I'm not talking about demons. I'm not talking about all of that. That's a whole different video, whole different possession. So please stay with me. They're possessed with the spirit of success. You can tell that they're emanating this power. And where this power comes from, does it come from their money? Not necessarily. Does it come from their action? Not necessarily. Where does it come from? Like that charisma, that charm, and the energy. It comes from their spirit. And where it all lies down is because they were able to see it in their head. They were able to believe or actually find power, more than believe, but find power in their imagination, in their human imagination. So with that being said, and I will make a different video just about this. So this is just a tiny bit of, introduction for the new video that is coming out. But with that being said, living in the end doesn't mean that you're pretending physically to live in the end of marriage, money, or whatever it is that you're manifesting. Because you guys, this is what you do. You do the affirmation for a while, and I'm telling you this because I have clients, I see this in the comment section, I work with hundreds of people. You guys, this is a pattern that it must be broken because it won't get you anywhere. You do this for a while, and then you go back to your normal life, to whatever it is that you're experiencing, and you give up. You give up with your spirit. You're like, it's not happening yet. Well, how can I pretend? How can I live in the end? And I made a video about supporting thoughts. You don't have to necessarily believe something that it didn't happen yet because it's practically almost impossible for many, but you can give supporting thoughts during the day to create less resistance. I made a separate video about it. You can go and watch it. It's on my channel. It's called Supporting Thoughts. But what you have to understand, like if you guys could just cut it short and you're sad, nothing is happening, you're not seeing anything in the 3D, I don't understand why you focus so much on it since it's making you miserable when you could simply close your eyes when you can, when you have time, and go to your human imagination and live in the end through that imagination. That's what you gotta do. This is how you find the power back. This is how you find the energy back. You become possessed by the spirit of your manifestation, because it is only through the dream state or through the imaginative state that you can visit your manifestation. That is your car, that is your vehicle, that is your spaceship to the alternative space, to the quantum field. And it's almost like, you guys, consistently what you do, you visit the alternative space, you visit your human imagination, and you're like, it's not really that real. And you have this vehicle that can get you there anytime you want, parked in your garage, and you're just staring at the garage saying, why I'm not there yet? Because you didn't move there. And your vehicle is it's your imagination. Like, you're trying to get to where you want by feet. You can. And this is the argument of, you have to work hard in order to make things happen. You can do action, and the action will come naturally. You can even make success or whatever it is that you want happen to a certain extent, to be honest. But let's say we're talking about money or we're talking about material success. You can make, because if you're talking about SP, there is no action you can actually take. You have to manifest that. But, let's say grounded. Let's say you want to manifest like money, career, whatever. You have to work hard. You have to take all this action. Yes, you can. And it will make that happen. But it will be like going from New York to Los Angeles by feet. It will happen. But you are bounded by the 3D physical perception of time. When you're working matter to matter, you are slower, because you are not using spirit. But when you have a vehicle, such as a spaceship, a car, this is all metaphors, by the way, you can travel to the universe because you have the instrument to do that. And what is your vehicle? It's not your feet, it's your human imagination. So every single time you feel defeated, you're observing the 3D, you feel resistance, you feel you cannot believe that it's going to happen, which is understandable, and supporting thoughts are not working out, and you're just missing your SP or missing love or missing this or missing that. Just close your eyes and go to your imagination. Use that vehicle, because the more you will live it in your imagination, the more you will live from the end, where not in the 3D but in the imagination, the more you will take the action that is required, the more the bridge of events will unfold. You will get there faster than just by observing the 3D, just by doing things in 3D. And I know that many of you guys will be like, oh yeah, we know this. So you said this before, or other coaches have said this before. Yeah, but you guys don't do it. Because I want to talk about other things, but I still keep making this video where I remind you how to manifest, because I still receive the same question. And clearly, as long as I will receive the same question, we're not there yet. We cannot talk about more esoteric topic because we are simply not there yet, because you guys are not doing it. You are understanding it. It's all here. You get it, but you don't do it. When the time is like, the test is there, the 3D is challenging you, and you want to give up or whatever, you don't go back to your imagination. You get stuck because you don't do it. I give you this example that I gave today to one of my clients, okay? She had this question, and I love that she made this question because she inspired this video, which is going to help other people and possibly is going to help her as well. But we were talking about her specific manifestation and how she couldn't believe it, what's happening now, totally understandable. And the fact that she wanted to use supporting thoughts, absolutely, she should. And she said, I just cannot live from the end, because if I want to, let's say, might be not her case, but if I want to be married or have children or whatever, and I have to go to the office every day, how am I supposed to live in the end? And I gave my example. You guys saw me manifesting in front of your eyes, SPs and my fiance right now. That is my fiance right now. I was completely alone. How I was supposed to believe that I had a daughter and I was getting married, or at least I was engaged, if I was waking up every day in my flat all by myself? How was I supposed to believe that? I couldn't believe that, right? But what did I do? Every single time I used to wake up in the morning, rather than observing, oh, I'm so miserable, my boyfriend is not there yet. And mind you, that for me, it was even, I think, more difficult than manifesting an SP, because I didn't know anyone. I didn't like anyone. I manifested a few SPs and then I got bored with them. They weren't a perfect match for me. And I was just clueless. I didn't even know how it would look like. I didn't know anything. I didn't know him. I was like, there is no one I like. How am I even supposed to manifest this? How am I supposed to meet this person? And what I did, instead of freaking out and focusing on the 3D and the fact that my bed was empty, I just went to my human imagination. I went good old Neville Goddard way. And like going to Barbados, every single time I woke up in the morning, I would pretend and imagine, as with closed eyes, not like a crazy person imagine things that don't exist, but with closed eyes, I would feel the touch of my fiance. I will hear his voice telling me that he loved me, even though I didn't know how he looked like, and the image was a little bit blurred, but I was just pretending that he was there, he was cuddling me, and I used to wake up and open my eyes after that and say, oh my God, I am so happy and grateful because my boyfriend is amazing. No one was there. And yes, there were times I was giving up. And yes, there were times where I feel sad. But every single time I was missing being with someone, rather than focusing on the 3D and crying, I would close my eyes and visit my boyfriend in my human imagination. Because he was there. He was always there. I believe even in the spirit world, we are never separate in the spirit world. We always have been together. So I knew that by closing my eyes, by dreaming about it, he was there with me. And that pushed me through. And then the affirmation pushed me through. And then a series of events has happened, as you guys know. And a month later, I met this incredible man that is my fiance and future husband. How did that happen? I don't know exactly how did I jump in this reality where actually I have a daughter, I've been pregnant, and we're about to get married. And then how did this happen? It happened from my human imagination. Did I have to take action? Of course. Did I plan for that action? No, they just naturally happened, because manifestation is always perfect and natural. I didn't have to force a belief. I just had to have fun. It's different. I didn't believe it was there. I just had fun every single time I was missing being with someone, being in my human imagination. This is what it is to live in the end. Then the action will come about. You will be led to take the actions that are required. In my case, was taking a trip to London and visit some friends. That's all that it took. It just will naturally happen. It will happen in perfect and natural way. So living in the end means you don't have to believe it. You don't have to play pretend in the 3D. It means every single time you don't see it happening in the 3D, you can take your vehicle to get there, to go to the alternative space. And that vehicle is your human imagination. And I don't understand why you don't use your spirit. This is why you don't feel powerful. Because real power can only come from the spirit. Real confidence can only come from the spirit. Even animals know this. Animals, like a lion, doesn't win and doesn't become the alpha lion because it's necessarily the strongest, but it's because of these energies, because of these spirits. I mean, they made a Disney movie about it called The Lion King. So it's true though. Animals can feel energy. They can feel fear. So when the lion, for example, is fighting with another lion, definitely they're taking action. Definitely there is a physical in requirements that the lion needs to be the strongest, but animals can also sense, like I said, fear. They can sense who is the most powerful between the two. And then the physical activity is a byproduct of that energy, that vibration. And this is how we are mammals as well. We are animals as well. You find your strength in your spirit by being possessed by the spirit of success, possessed by the spirit of love, of kindness, of thriving. You cannot find strength and real power outside of spirit. It will always make you feel empty and powerless, actually. And this is what you guys do. You guys feel powerless because you just don't go often to your human imagination, which doesn't mean visualizing. It means to what you can see or your thought process in your head. You're still too focused on the 3D, which is going to make you powerless. But if you just every single time you will go back more often to your human imagination, you will start seeing things moving in the 3D and you will feel more powerful to continue, and you will feel like you waver and doubt less. So that's what it means to live in the end. I'm not even sure how I'm going to entitle this video, but I hope it makes sense. I hope now we got it clear, and I hope now that you're actually going to do this, because you need to do it, not just listen to it and understand it. Fine, listen, understand, do it. Okay? I love you guys. I'll see you very soon on this channel. Remember to subscribe and hit the ring bell button so you always get notified about my new videos and when I go live, so I can answer face-to-face your questions. I'll see you guys also on Patreon, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!